Today I'm going to show you how to make an automatic farm using your workers. So for this setup we have 12 of these pots, 12 suspension racks, 12 full spectrum grow lights, 10 drying racks, 12 pot sprinklers, 12 soil pours, 1 mixing station level 2, 2 cauldrons, 1 lab oven. The total of this project is just under $2,300. To buy employees, you're gonna need to come up these stairs right here. I wanna hire an employee, and the employees we're gonna need for this setup are 3 planners, 4 handlers, 2 chemists. So first, let me teach you about the setup, and then I'm going to teach you how to work the workers. You can do whatever kind of setup. If you want to copy mine, that's cool. So first thing I did was put 3 pots like this, 1, 2, and 3. The second thing I did was put drying racks in the middle. That way they could easily access them. Once they come off our drying rack, they're coming to the cauldrons, as you see here. I have a worker that's going to be pulling this gasoline from here and putting them in the cauldrons. I have more workers taking the cocoa leaves from the drying racks and putting them in the cauldron. Once when the cocoa leaves leave the cauldron, they're going to be going to the oven. When the product leaves the oven, we bring it to the mixing table and mix it with horse semen. Another quick tip, whenever you need supplies, instead of running back and forth from the gas station, you can hit your phone, hit deliveries, get 100 of that, and then we need more horse semen. Make sure you select the right location and place order. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to assign each worker to each position. First thing we need to do is go to the pots. I'm using the cocoa seed, so I'm going to put cocoa seed, and then I'm going to choose a drying rack for this to go to. I've selected a drying rack for every single one of these pots, and some of them I did overuse. As you know, we only had 10 drying racks. Once you made sure every pot is assigned to a drying rack, next you're going to need a mover that moves them from the drying rack to where we need them. As you see here, we have 2 workers that are picking stuff up from the drying rack and moving them to the cauldron. What you need to do here is hit E on them. Come down here, it will look like add new. You hit add new, then you hit this. So now what we need to do is find the drying rack that he uses. Alright, now what I need to do is pick this drying rack and make sure it goes to the cauldron. The second thing I do to make sure workers are constantly working is select the destination through here. The second thing you want these movers doing is making sure they're assigned to a packing station. Here, if we click this guy is assigned to this packing station. You want to make sure every worker is assigned a bed. I have my bed set up like this. Next, we need a handler that's stocking up the cauldron. What the hell? Our supply truck came. You see I'm restocked, making sure we have a nice healthy stock of supplies. Another tip, instead of paying your debt, make sure you put extra money in here so you can go ahead and order ahead of time. So now we're gonna go ahead and order again. So the next thing you wanna do is make sure your cauldron's stocked up. I'm gonna go ahead and delete these and act like they don't exist. What we're gonna do is click from this gasoline to the cauldron. This gasoline to the next cauldron. As you see, it takes gasoline and cocoa leaves. Now the next thing you're gonna do is hit E on the cauldron. When you hit E, it'll say destination. We're gonna disconnect it, and then we're gonna make sure this goes right over here. Same thing for this one. Now when we get the cocaine base over here, we're gonna need a worker to move it. We need to move the cocaine base to the oven. Like this guy right here. Now this is a storage unit where the cocaine base comes from the cauldron, and we're gonna send it to the oven. Now when it comes out the oven, it's gonna be fresh cocaine. The next thing you need to do is click E on the oven. Alright, we're gonna click destination, and we're gonna bring the destination down here to the mixer. Now we're gonna go to our third employee, Linda. Click add new. We gotta make sure we keep our horse semen stocked up, and we're gonna bring that over here to the mixer. Okay, when this is done mixing, what we do is bring it over to another storage. We bring it over to here. Then we go to our third worker. Now we're gonna click, his route is the finished product and the packaging station. Now we're gonna do that one more time. So we're gonna hit the finished product. When you finish the packaging station, you click E on it, destination, and you click the destination where you would want it. Now just to complete this, the last thing we need to do is make sure we have a stalker. We go to our 4th employee here. And as you see, I have packaging. So what this is really just the stalker. As you see, I got my jars and baggies over here. Let's hit jars, and then let's go ahead and bring it over here. Bring this one right here. Now I'm going to show you all the farm in full effect. So we need to go to sleep. Yo, if you made it this far, I just want to say I appreciate you watching. Good luck on your builds. Send me your builds on Discord. Drop your usernames. We can play together. Peace.